What's good, you guys? Elite Live Streams. We back with another one. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Welcome back to the channel. We back with another live stream, man. We're gonna be deep diving into some stuff today. Definitely been a nice week for me. This month's flying by, man. May is almost over. We have reached almost the end of the month, man. The summer's almost here. It's going down, man. It's starting to heat up out here in California. Obviously, wildfire season. So there's as well like wildfires going on. It's crazy, man. But we've been making sure that we're taking advantage of the month. I love the fact that I'm in a great place right now with my business and everything's just kind of going exactly how I planned for this year. I've been working real hard, man, and I'm definitely starting to see the fruits of the labor, and it feels great, man. So I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, man. The subscribers are doing great. The videos have been doing really great. And make sure that you guys continue to hype the videos because it helps stay in the algorithm when I'm off doing other things, obviously. But today, what are we talking about? Okay, so I definitely am, you guys see on my channel, we always have conversations specifically about Black economics and what that looks like for infrastructure for the future, right? And specifically for foundational Black Americans, we're always trying to push the button, meaning there's a specific time and place. What up, Ezra? Salute to you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, all right. OMG, it's you. Yo, if that's not a green screen back there, you a thick vinyl collection. Oh yeah, man, this is real, bro. That's all me. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, obviously, you'll kind of know my history, but I am a musician. I used to make music, all that good stuff. I'm a DJ, and this is a part of my archive. You feel me? I have an extensive collection. I would say one of the best vinyl collections when it comes to Black music that anybody on the internet has. And I'll put my collection up against anybody. And I mean that. I have some of the greatest artists in this collection, some of the best music that you've ever heard. And I'm talking from modern day all the way back to very, very early on blues, folk music, even gospel. You know what I'm saying? This is just what I do. But yes, of course, this is not no green screen, bro. Appreciate the compliment, though. All right, so let's continue. So when we're talking about the infrastructure and what we're trying to build, when it comes to the foundational Black American, hey, I appreciate it, Ezra. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it a little bit then. Since we chilling, we'll let some more people get in here. But yeah, what I'm hoping to do eventually for you guys is I'm going to start doing live broadcasts where I play these vinyls for you guys and we can just do like sick ass listening parties. You feel me? Because all this music that I have, I can share with you guys on a live platform. I can mix it, obviously, because I'm a DJ, and it'll sound crazy. So I've been messing with some new tech that I got as I've been, off doing my own things, but we're going to find a way to make sure that we could bring you guys something fun to listen to. Obviously, you guys see I got my vinyl player back there, but, I definitely always have music to share. You feel me? And music is a big part of my life. It's been a big part of my life. So obviously, when I was thinking about doing my setup for, how I wanted to have my background, I was like, oh, yeah, this is the perfect spot in my apartment to be able to display my collection. But then at the same time, when I start doing these listening parties for you guys, we can definitely just go through the collection and I can really show you guys because everything is archived. It's all organized by genre and also time frame. So we gonna have some fun with it. I got almost a whole square full of Michael Jackson records. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get down, watch. Because I feel like there was just so many phases of Michael Jackson. Obviously, when he was a part of the Motown, I got the Jackson 5, and I have all of his new records. Obviously, Janet Jackson, like it's gonna go crazy. Hey, salute. I'm new here. I'll be happy to support. I love music. Music helps me calm down as a woman with neurodivergent personality. I have a love for people and art. Hey, salute to you. I appreciate you pulling up, man, and supporting the channel. And yes, that's the goal. Like once I start to figure out how I can do it, because obviously when I'm going to be playing the music, I don't know how that's going to work with the copyright stuff, but I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't care, because I feel like when it comes to sharing music, I could do that for free. Like I don't even need, you know what I'm saying, to get anything on that. Like no need to monetize that, because it's something that I genuinely enjoy. I just don't know what works, what happens with, like, as far as like what they do from the outside perspective, because I don't know, everybody's on YouTube. So we know that there's, a lot of people who do the mixed content where they'll be on there DJing, playing music. And then, obviously, I don't know what that happens with the copyright stuff, but obviously it's possible. So that's the goal. That's what I want to do for y'all. So we're going to do that. I'm hoping by this summer, we could do the first episode. Maybe June will be the time to do it and start it, because I have the setup ready to go. I just need to make sure that I get it to you guys in a clean stream, because I don't know how it's going to sound on the feedback on y'all end. It might sound great to me through my interface, but to y'all, I don't know how it will sound as I'm playing it as a live broadcast. But we'll figure it out though, because that's what we do. We're always elevating and bringing new elements to the channel. And that's I got a video dropping soon where I'm going to be talking about a few things that I want to add to the channel now that we're starting to build it. So we're going to talk about that as well in that video. But tonight, let's get to the topic. All right. We got a few people in here, so we're just going to get right into it. But the topic for tonight is foundational Black American youth have a major opportunity and we must help them reach it. Okay. So what I mean by that is, you guys know on my channel, I'm always talking about Black economics, and specifically what a lot of what Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about is how we need to start building infrastructure for our community so that we can start to be able to insulate ourselves and not to be so reliant on the dominant society and what they have set up, right? And the goal with that is to not only just be able to enrich our community, but like I mentioned, to insulate our community, right? And be able to completely separate from the dominant society systemic racism that they put on us, not only outward, but at our jobs, right? You guys know I had an extensive history working in corporate America, so I understand specifically how these systems are set up, right? My history and my resume speaks to that. So when I'm talking about kind of creating that infrastructure and us starting to move in the real world, this is a part of what I mean. And I've been seeing a lot of different conversations. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. How are we, right? And I'm talking about myself as a millennial, right? I'm a millennial. So millennials right now, I think it's from the age of 30 to the age of 46, right? So I'm in my 30s, so I am a millennial. And my goal is to make this better for the youth, right? The foundational Black American youth who are coming up behind us, my nephews, their generation, okay? Gen Z and Gen Alpha, okay? We have to now start creating the infrastructure for them so that they will be able to benefit from what we have created. Okay, just like our ancestors did for us, right? And a lot of those, choices that they made, a lot of us may not completely agree with it, right? A lot of people talked about how Martin Luther King, when he was actually in his last days, how he was very regretful about integration. And, we all have our regrets in the decisions that we make. But in reality, it's on us to now take that torch and run with it. And so this conversation tonight is going to be about that. It's going to be about the think tank that we need to start having, not only about conversations when it comes to reparations, right? When it comes to an anti-Black hate crime bill, right? When it also comes to us creating the infrastructure for us to be able to completely separate from the system of the dominant society that is not allowing us to be who we are supposed to be. This is a part of what this conversation is. And we're going to go into that tonight. I've got a few clips that I kind of put together from some of these panels that I've been hearing lately, and this young lady encapsulates it very well. So let's start with her. Let's react to her first, and then we'll go through the points that she's making. So let me pull it up for y'all.
Difference. I mean, I understand you was following up with y'all was conversating about. At the end of the day, it don't make a difference, my brothers. It don't make a difference. What they're trying to do is overturn something that they really don't have the power to do. What they want is, see, they keep on sending these psyops in, right? They know that most people ain't working right now, or most people are just scrolling right now. They into the social media stuff. So what they doing is they have a lot of psyops going on.
All right, hey, salute to Ezra. He says they would lose their minds with on-code delineation economics. This is what we're talking about tonight. And I love that. Like I mentioned, I always big up the people who are subscribed to my channel because you guys are very intelligent folks. And that's exactly where we're going tonight, because it's not just about delineation. It's also about us organizing specifically so that we can start creating infrastructure so that we can move and help the youth who are going to be coming behind us, right? It's on us. And like I mentioned, I'm a millennial. So it's on us. I see a lot of my generation. We are now going to be the catalyst for setting up the infrastructure to be able to not only delineate, right, but be able to put the economics behind it so that we will have infrastructure, so that we can rely on each other. We will not have to worry about everybody else. We can just go and encapsulate ourselves, right? That's what we're talking about tonight. Salute to Edgy. Salute. We're going to continue on this video. Hold up. Let me hit that play. All right.
Along with playing with your frequency. So they want you in a state of fear. They want you to feel like there's a target on your back looking over your shoulder, right? Because it feeds the system. So therefore, you're going to say, well, I need to vote against this. I need to vote against this. We need to have people in power that's going to vote against this, but it won't make a difference. The only thing they trying to do is make sure that we in fear enough to be voting for the system yet again instead of detaching from it.
All right. And that's facts. And that's why I said this is a young lady. Okay. This is a young lady. All right. And that's why the youth, they understand it. It's all rigged. It's all a game. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. It's all a game. It's all a game. Everything that we are supposedly reliant on is a structure that was never made for us. And as foundational Black Americans, we got to wake up and start encapsulating ourselves, start creating systems so that we don't have to be reliant on these people, because we already see what's happening right now to the country. And this is not by our choosing. Okay, none of this is that we're going through right now as a country has anything to do with foundational Black Americans. All we've done is contributed to this system and have never received anything back. And that's why I am so on code with this, because like I mentioned, the youth, they're going to be the ones who carry this. And as our generation, my millennial generation, Gen X that comes before us, we got to start getting these old folks out the way so that we can start creating the infrastructure that's necessary for the youth to be able to carry it on to the next generations, man, because they know what's going on just like we do. They are just as smart and just as understanding as we are. All right. And we got to make sure that we invest in the youth, because that's important, man. It is. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
And the more that we keep on going into these psyops because of our emotions of the stuff, we already know they're going to pull out all the stops, but this is one of them. So they couldn't get a psyop with people on social media, so they go to the politics. So you turn on the news and you say, I want real news, quote unquote. They're going to say, oh, they're taking rights away in Tennessee. Like they're taking votes away from, and you know votes are coming up. Everybody's excited for midterms, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And that's why I say that, you know, at the end of the day, you right, Chef, like it's really a matter of detaching from the system, and that's the conversation that I'm having here.
Yeah, salute to Chef Jess, but this is so true, man. This system, like I mentioned, it was not set up for us. So it is on us to now be the disruptor. Delineation has already disrupted so much. We've already seen so many strides when we just say, you know what, y'all got it. Okay, Foundation of Black Americans, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we come from. All right, cool. Y'all got it, bro. We gonna focus on ourselves. We're gonna start building within our own. We got to start protecting our own. We're gonna start gatekeeping our own. And as you guys already saw how much of a shift in the entire culture that created, right? We're talking all the way to the highest levels. So now, as we have now made that shift, we need to start focusing on creating infrastructure within our own. Okay, later on in this video, but they're going to talk about it. But this is what I mean. People with resources, right? Those who have trades, right? People who are working in plumbing, who are doing electrician work, who are the cobblers, the carpenters, okay? Construction people, all right? The chefs, the ones who make things from scratch, all right? People who have land, infrastructure, architects, you know what I'm saying? People in the medical field. We have a lot of sisters and brothers in the medical field, okay? People in law enforcement. We all need to start coming together as foundational Black Americans so that we can start building the infrastructure, like I mentioned, to be able to completely separate ourselves from what's going on, because it has nothing to do with us, man. You guys need to stop letting people gaslight you and make it seem like you are responsible for what's happening when you had nothing to do with this. This system was created by them, and that's why it's failing. Straight up. Because if they would have listened to us, if they would have gave us what was actually entitled to us, like reparations, they already proved that that would have been a landslide of money that goes right back into the economy. It goes right back into the United States of America. And that creates what? Wealth for everybody to benefit from. But they don't want to listen to nobody. So they got to hold the L. Too bad. So sad.
You know, we need to simply detach. So yeah, we'll do a live though, Walker. I do want to go more in depth on the FedEx thing, but I think that's just one area. But other than that, even with that, like, I'm really trying to get this plan together to completely detach. So,
Hey, salute Aggie. He says, but they said over their dead bodies. Now I'm like, yeah, man, this is all the chickens coming home to roost. You feel me? It was just Malcolm X's birthday the other day. So salute to Brother Malcolm. But that's true. The chickens have come home to roost. Everything that they prophesized was going to happen to us is in reverse. It's happening to them. Now they're dealing with all the things that they wanted to happen to us. And we sitting back and we just watching the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me the popcorn, bro.
For those that are new that's coming to the live, I really just wanted to talk about separation. Segregation is the only way. I'm like, for real. We were never supposed to be integrated into this system whatsoever. And that's their biggest fear of us detaching, because we are everybody else leg up, you know. And as soon as we flip over the table, it's over for everybody else. We're everybody else's economic base. So again, Black economic separation was my biggest thing, but I knew that a lot of people would say, well, okay, you know, where do we start? What does that look like? And like I said, I believe in doing things in a very simplistic way. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale. We're not telling people to quit your job by tomorrow. No, you know what I'm saying? But what we could do is start to build Black inventory.
Black inventory. That is a beautiful, beautiful way to put it together. Black inventory. Exactly what I mean, right? We got to start taking inventory of what all the foundational Black American people do and what they can contribute to this, like I mean, this infrastructure that we're going to need economically, so that we can start working together to be able to build within ourselves and not have to rely on the dominant society and their systemic racism that we've been dealing with ever since they came here on boats. You feel me? Let's keep it a buck here. Salute to Aggie. He said, I have some white man telling me the enemy always deserves a second chance. I said, you must have never seen the history of the people who own the media, government, and banks. They have been given too many facts, man. And that's why it's important that now more than ever, we need to start making sure that we are within our own, man. We don't have the time anymore to start giving people, like he mentioned, second and third chances. No, bro. Right now is the time for us to start locking in and making sure that we take an inventory for all the people in our community who are willing and able to contribute and help with our agenda, what we're trying to do, which is separate ourselves and be able to focus on ourselves, man. We don't got time for this, man. We don't. We need to close in ourselves for ourselves, like the same ones who are in the government, i.e. AIPAC. Yes, they have an agenda, right? And as much as people want to get upset with, the 24 karat people, the small hats, I'm going to be real with you, man. I can respect the fact that they always put themselves first. Foundational Black Americans need to start putting yourselves first, bro. Just like everybody else. Everybody else thinks about themselves when they are going out and they are making sure that their agendas are pushed. We start now doing that for ourselves, and look how the outrage has become, right? Look how many people it's made uncomfortable. Now we're the ones who they're calling xenophobic, right? But they don't say that about any other groups except us, because now we are putting ourselves first, and we're going to continue that. As long as I'm here, as long as I'm making content, I will continue to tell foundational Black Americans to put yourself first. Put yourself first. Don't worry about everybody else. Worry about you and your best interests in your family. Okay? Because everything that we're doing here is for me to make sure that I'm raising awareness for my people, and then at the same time putting on for my family. I don't care about anybody else, fam. And I'm okay with that. Like she mentioned, we don't need everybody, bro. It's going to be a small amount of us who are willing to do what we got to do. But at the end of the day, we ain't got time for everybody else, man. We don't, bro. We only got to take inventory for the ones who are willing to go out here and offer themselves and their services for the betterment of our community, bro. That's just facts.
And what I mean by that is, if you stay in a neighborhood, if you stay on a street, if you stay in an apartment complex, it's a lot of us that have never said anything to a lot of our Black neighbors, a lot of the Black people that are in our communities. We know somebody right now, or it could be somebody right now that has a specific skill set that the community could use. You get what I'm saying? So the biggest thing for phase one was who has what. And this is us mapping out the immediate community for skills, whether somebody knows how to cook, whether somebody knows how to sew, whether somebody knows how to, is into welding, construction, whatever the case is, we need to be building Black inventory.
That's what I'm talking about. That is the phase one, okay? Now that we start to structure, okay, who does what and who has access to what. Now we can start moving correctly so that we start to create a community around what we doing out here, man. This is how you create it, right? We always talk about Black Wall Street. We always talk about the affluent neighborhoods that we had as a community as foundational Black Americans. Now we need to start being able to build that once again, man. Straight up, man. Facts, salute, facts. It's facts, man. This is where we got to start taking a conversation. This is where we got to start focusing our energy as foundational Black Americans. Obviously, we have reparations, right? That's top of the bill. Let's make sure we on that. Let's make sure we on that anti-Black hate crime bill. But at the same time, let's make sure now that we are doing Black inventory. We're taking inventory of the people in our community who do things, who have skills, who can help us, who we can work with, right? You know what I'm saying? The homie Torian, he in the chat right here, man. We both make content. I was on his chat the other day. You dig? We just hop in, hop out. You got to contribute and collaborate. You feel me, with your people. Salute to OMG. It is you. I got a Black neighbor. We speak. We sure do see a Black foundational Black American I am too. Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. Everybody, specifically for Foundational Black Americans, we already have a nonverbal connection. When I see another brother and I know he Foundational Black American, I could feel it. I could feel you, FBA. You know what I'm saying? And so naturally, when I see you, I'm gonna give you the head nod. Any black dude, to be real with you, obviously some won't give you the nod back, but that tell you everything you need to know. But at the end of the day, it's love initially, right? It's a what up, it's a how you doing. Specifically, you know, if it's some elderly people, you know, I'm gonna say my respect, obviously, because I have a lot of respect for the older community. You know what I'm saying? I came from the church community. So growing up in the church, you had to respect the elders. You always had to speak. You always had to say hello. You always had to make sure you greeted people. I come from that culture. So that's just who I am naturally. But at the same time, that goes further now where, like we mentioned, we're trying to take account for the people in our community who have skills, who can contribute to us being able to take ourselves out of the dominant society and then being able to create our own systems so that we can rely on one another. That's the goal. That's the phase that we're talking about here.
One thing, because again, I can preach all day long and tell my people, hey, don't shop at this store. Don't go to this home builder to get your home built. And it's like, okay, if I do that, then what's the alternative? So of us that are serious to be able to build out the alternatives, because truth be told, a lot of our community don't really have the time for it. Or
hey, that's facts. So salute to, let's see, Leslie. She says, I do not feel comfortable making the moves in public. I agree. But this is more outset, right? Because the outset is what we're talking about, right? Which is just talking about Black inventory and taking inventory for people in your community who have skills. Now, as far as like the plan and us organizing, that happens in person. Like she mentioned, making sure that we're making connections directly, right? If you see somebody who has a skill set, they look interesting, talk to them. Introduce yourself. If you have skills, introduce your skills to that person and try to build, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, of course, we don't want to make all of our moves in public, but what we do want to do is say, hey, guys, we are trying to build. This is what I do. Would like to link up with other people who do things as well. And then once we're in person, now we can start making the moves underneath, like, you know, staying low key. You feel me? Salute to Aggie. He says, yeah, shout out to Tori. And I'm pretty sure I've learned a lot from his channel. I've been looking for the truth since 2008, 2009 on my family. I thought it was crazy calling out Obama the pacifier. Yeah, man, Torian's been on the grind for a minute, man. He's a real great source, and he's always got the facts. You feel me? That's how I found his channel. I found his channel doing my own research, and he was one of the, you know, videos that I came across. I immediately subscribed to him. You know what I'm saying? A good brother. Yeah, salutes and Leslie. Yeah, we gotta make sure we locked in. Shout out to Tori, and I was in the chat on the live stream. Hey, appreciate you coming through, man. That's great. Yeah, we building. All right, Ezra, get the wheels turning. Exactly. This is a part of that. These are part of those conversations. And as you know, subscribers, most of my subscribers who have been here, you guys know I'm a very productive person. I don't just like talking. I like to make sure that we're having conversations that can go somewhere. And this is one of those conversations where we can start talking about it because, like I mentioned, one of my biggest inspirations is Dr. Claude Anderson. And so Dr. Claude Anderson, who has books about Black economics, this is a part of what he mentions, is a part of us building the infrastructure so that we can rely on ourselves, investing in ourselves, patronizing our own businesses, and not having to take our dollars out of our community, right? And the way that we empower our community is by spending with one another so that we can enrich each other, right? And that's the goal, right? The goal is to be able to rely on each other rather than the dominant society. You get me?
They won't take the time for it. And so sometimes we have to be the people that will step up and do that. So that was my biggest thing.
Z, well, I do want to say this.
Subscribe to the channel.
For all the people out there watching or listening, whatever. Man, I'm a loan officer. If you guys need any kind of home loans or need to even get educated about buying homes, I'm not a realtor. Not a realtor. I'm gonna say it again.
I'm gonna skip ahead this part just a little bit so that we could get to what the young lady was saying.
So, any questions or?
Well, what's up, Vic? How you doing? But get out in your neighborhood, get out in your community, especially if you're in a black, community or whatever, or that's diverse. You still have black people in their community. We need to get out. We need to be talking to each other. We need to be seeing who does what. Even if you out and about and you strike up a conversation with one of your fellow black Americans, like, hey, girl or guy, what is it that you do?
Yeah, that's facts, man. We gotta make sure that we speaking to one another, we locking in with each other and doing the work. Salute to OMG. Says Dr. Claude Anderson was saying things was too politically incorrect to say in the 90s. Politically incorrect. Yeah, facts. And, I got a few videos on here where I react to a lot of what he was saying. And Dr. Claude Anderson was ahead of his time. Yeah, salute to Leslie. She says, are you ready to step up? Yes, Miss Leslie. So if you are not new to my channel, welcome. I run a food bank right here in Long Beach, California with my parents out of New Hope Baptist Church. Every Saturday, we will be having a food giveaway. Actually, this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at New Hope Baptist Church, 1160 East New York Street in Long Beach, California. Anybody in need, you can come by. We can give out you guys food. We have plenty of resources. I post videos right here on my channel so you guys can see exactly kind of what we give out. Most of the stuff is always going to be whole foods, okay? Very healthy, organic stuff. Helps the community. That's what I do. That's a part of where I'm at. Hey, salute to the East Coast. We got love on the East Coast. I got a lot of family on the East Coast. But yeah, that is a part of what I do. So I've always offered my services here, and we make sure that we are being able to touch not only the community here, but everywhere else. Hey, salute to New York, salute to Frisco. Man, I got family up in Frisco. I got family up in San Jose. I got family up in Oakland. I got family up in Fremont. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento. Salute to the Bay. You know what I mean? I got a lot of family up there. Salute to the Bay. Much love to the Bay. Much love to New York. I lived in New York. You know what I'm saying? Salute to New York. But yeah, we are out here, boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We doing the work. We're helping the community. So a part of our, ministry, if you will, is about helping other people. And I got a very interesting video at the end of this that we're going to end on, but we're going to get back to what the sister was saying here.
Or you got any skills, hobbies you into? And that way we can just start sharing information and building our inventory out. That's first and foremost. And you do have several different categories. You have your skill set. You have production, the production category, which is people who know how to grow food, people who know how to bake. These are people who know how to make things from scratch. You get what I'm saying? So the production side of things, you got the land and space side of things. Like I said, you got a lot of our people that own land that's just sitting on it. They may not know what to do with it, or we have to get them out of that individualistic mindset, for the people that have land and space right now. Because
that's what we need. You feel me? Those out there, if you got land, like all that type of stuff, we got to start putting it out there so that we can start linking up and being able to connect, right? Because like I mentioned, these are going to be the resources that are going to be necessary for us to be able to insulate ourselves from this dominant society, systemic racism that we deal with every single day. All right. That's just what it got to be, man. Hey, me too. I got a brother in the Bay Area. Respect. Yeah, man. Respect to the Bay, man. We love the Bay.
Because a lot of that land could be utilized. And if we had a network of Black builders, contractors, etc., that we built inventory, that we sourced out, we can use them for the land that we have.
Yeah, and that's real, man. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. And that's why it's important, man, for foundational Black Americans, we got to start closing ranks because we are so spread out. We have so many resources, man. All of us, if we all just say, hey, this is what so-and-so does, this is what so-and-so does, right? I have an import-export business, right? That's what I do, right? I work in procurement and retail buying. That was like how I built my career, right? So a lot of what I do is help logistics, help getting people to one point to the next, right? If you got some really great goods, you got medical, whatever, I do it all right? So the goal is to be able to take those businesses, right? If you have something that needs to get shipped, you could come directly to your brother and I'm going to get it to where I got to get to at a very good rate because I got the connections to do so. And that's how we build, right? It's very simple, right? But those economics, those types of businesses, those types of connections are going to be the type of connections that can help us create our own infrastructure, right? Everybody, like I mentioned, I like to bring it up, but it's so true. We talk about Black Wall Street. We have an opportunity to create it if we start to make sure that we put our economics first, right? If we start to make sure that we put the Black dollar first, we start to think about building within our own community. Now we can start actually connecting the dots. Hey, man, what do you do? Hey, let me bring you in so that you can help my business and then we can continue to build, right? That's what she's talking about. And I'm full in step with this. She's on code on this point, man. It's so perfect. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about using each other at this point.
Yes, ma'am. And support and community. We need to be delegating and fellowshipping instead of finding every reason to be separate. And I wonder about what if we don't vote, what's going to happen. But I'm going to tell you right now, we done seen the worst happen twice over. And if you really want to get deep into it, we done seen the worst happen more than that with other presidencies. But with this time around, we definitely 222 sis on the likes. That's crazy. But definitely understand that we've seen the worst happen with the vote.
we've seen it. That's what people understand. Like, no matter who's in office, foundational Black Americans ain't getting no help. Okay, we gotta save ourselves. You feel me? Ain't nobody gonna come save us, no matter who the president is. And that's where we gotta start shifting the mentality, because we saw what was going on with Joe Biden. We saw what was going on with Trump before him. A lot of people had a problem with Barack Obama for not doing nothing for foundational Black Americans, and justifiably so. So now when we're thinking about all these things considered, and like she mentioned, we can go all the way back and we know what happened in history. We don't have to talk about that because I have plenty of videos right here on this channel where I talk specifically about these things, about how our 40 acres and a mule was supposed to be given to us, and then they literally took it overnight and then gave it to the slave owners. Okay? So we ain't even got to talk about history because I've cooked on that. I've cooked on that extensively on this channel. But what we do need to talk about is how we need to start creating the infrastructure for ourselves so that we can start and say, hey, nah, we're going to make sure that our people are employed. We're going to make sure that our people are spending the money in our businesses. We're going to make sure that they can put their money in our banks. All right. These are the type of things we need to start thinking about as we start to move with the delineation, right? As we are already separating ourselves, right? Now this comes as that next phase right behind it, man.
So you can only go up from here without it. And just understand that they are outnumbered. They are outnumbered everywhere, especially in Memphis. Oh my goodness. They have always been outnumbered out there. Y'all just realize it now. And they realize it every time y'all go up there and vote.
They know that. They know that, man. They know that when you guys are voting for this system, it's not going to change anything. All right? Because billionaires run this country, not the president. What are we talking about? Ezra says, just an example, the folks are trembling at the thought of a Black American athlete boycott. Yeah, man. And listen, I've done a lot of videos on my channel about how they are trying to erase the Black American athletes from multiple sports. Okay. We already talked about what's happening in baseball, right? Baseball was the first frontier. Black Americans used to dominate baseball. All right. We had our own Negro leagues that were actually more popular than the MLB at that time. Look it up. Okay. The numbers don't lie. All right. We had a more popular league that was independent, just foundational Black Americans with the most legendary baseball players who ever played the game. Do you think it's not by design that they went out and got these Latinos and others, right? Asian countries, all this other stuff. And now there's no Black Americans who play baseball. Come on, man. The greatest athletes on this earth are foundational Black Americans. The GOATs. Whoever your GOAT is, he's a Black American. Let's just keep it a buck. Whoever your GOAT is, best basketball, whatever. All right. Salute. OMG says, I voted for Obama one time, Joe Biden and Trump. I have family in Virginia, California, Alabama, Washington State, and Michigan. Yeah. Look, man, a lot of people chose the couch. All right. A lot of people chose the couch for Joe Biden. A lot of people chose the couch for this new Trump presidency. People are going to choose the couch for the next whatever. Okay. Because the system wasn't set up for us. And that's just the facts. All right. Aggie says, while YT is still obsessing over the moon, let's align the stars on Earth. Facts, man. We don't need to worry about getting to heaven. We can create our own heaven right here on this earth because it's right here, man. Unless we think about that, creating the heaven, not only for ourselves, but for the future generations, the youth. That's why I mentioned they have a major opportunity. They do. If we, like I mentioned, I'm a millennial, so I can only speak for millennials, right? But if me as a millennial and the generations before me, Gen X, okay, and we go ahead and we collaborate and then we get these boomers out of the way so that we can make room for the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha to be able to live a beautiful life and be able to have infrastructure that's set up for them so that they can invest in their community and being able to be protected in their community. Anti-Black hate crime bills. Okay, all these things that are important for them to be able to thrive in our communities, though. It has to start right here. It has to start right here. It can't be anywhere else.
You just got to realize it's not enough for them to make no changes. That we are in the end game now because the worst is already taking place with your vote.
That's it, man. We are in the end games. That's right. It's about to change. A lot's about to change. We are not only creeping forward towards more destruction, we are now seeing people mock, right? They are mocking our movements. They are trying their best to get us to come outside of ourselves, and we will not be baited, bro. We're just not going to take the bait. F what they got going on. Salute to OMG. She says, we need to take a large chunk of an industry. Yeah, look, and that's what I mentioned, like taking inventory of what we do will help us know what industries to make sure that we target. A lot of what I do is data analysis, right? I'm paying attention to not only what's going on in my markets, but I'm comparing it as well to competitors, right? That's what I do. And then as well, looking at the market and saying, hey, where's there manipulation where I can infiltrate myself to be able to get the best that I can find, right? The best rates, the best clientele. We're always thinking about data analysis and looking at the market and saying, what can we do to be able to get what's ours in the best capacity, right? The end game, exactly. Where are we going with this? And the goal is to be able to set up an infrastructure. And if we have that, man, nothing can stop us. We've already proven what we can do for everybody else, right? And so now we got to prove what we can do for ourselves, okay? Because we've been able to build out all these other companies for so many people. Like I mentioned, I worked in corporate America for a very long time. I built Fortune 100 companies. I was a contributor in so many things. So naturally, when I look at the game now, I'm like, no, I got to do it for myself, man. I cannot allow myself and all the work that I'm doing not be able to go to something and help contribute for others. That's just not how my mind works, man. So let's talk about what the industry does look like, right? What you have to deal with in the industry right now. And I got a video from a brother. His name is J Day, aka JG. And he talks about the chosen ones. You can't work the regular jobs anymore. They know who you are. Okay. So it's a great video. We're going to add his. We're going to take that one down. We're going to add that one. And we're going to watch and react to his video because it was a great video. It's right in step with what we're talking about when it comes to the infrastructure and why a lot of us have trouble in corporate America or in these corporate workspaces. Okay, let's listen to the brother.
Know what I'm saying? I have to go shop and get me some little snacks. Know what I'm saying? Before we get started in this video, I got a little message for y'all. You already know it's gonna hit home. But before we hit home, before we drop this message, go ahead, hit that like button, smash the like button.
Make sure you subscribe to the homie.
Get the video ticking in the algorithm. And I really want to say thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all for all y'all support and all y'all love, man. I really appreciate that. Now, with that being said, I hate to break it to you, but it is what it is. Chosen ones, you can't work right. Chosen ones, you can't work no more. You can't work regular jobs no more. You can't do the regular things that other people can do and do for their whole lives. Like, this is why it's like you try so hard to keep a consistent job. You just, you know, it's so many people that talk down on having a job, that look down on having a job, and you just want a consistent one, man. You don't care about having a job. You don't care about how you look, how other people perceive you for having a job. You just happy to be making some money the right way. You just happy to be making some legal money, man. You just happy to be making a living the right way without breaking the law. You just happy that you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that's following you around. They have been assigned to make your life miserable, bro. You know, you wake up, you got your mindset. Today is gonna be a good day. Hold on. You made your mind up.
Oh, it dropped.
I lost my keys.
Bad, man. I hope it's cool.
You make your mind up when you wake up. Today is gonna be a good day. You know what I'm saying? You come in here with vibrant energy. You got great energy. You know, people on the job can sense that because in your head, you know you're not going to be there for the rest of your life.
And that's a fact, man. Hey, salute to Ezra. Says another example, if Black Americans leave TikTok, it will flop. All of these, okay? Let's keep it a buck. All of these social media sites will flop if Black Americans dipped off of them. But he's keeping it real is the fact that a lot of us try our best to bring forward into these spaces and try our best to assimilate into the work culture, right? Trying to come with good energy, trying to make sure that we're bringing a good attitude. And these people are assigned to you to make your life a living hell. That's a fact. I know for a fact. The manager that I used to have and the person who I used to work for, she was assigned to me to give me the hardest time possible because her own insecurities, fam. It was insane, bro. Salute to OMG. He said, we made Clubhouse fail. Is anybody still using Clubhouse? I mean, nobody's using. Yeah, you're right. Nobody using Clubhouse. I mean, you know, it's a few, but we know what type of content they make over on Clubhouse. So that speaks for itself. We're going to continue with this video.
Other people, they have made their minds up that that's where they're going to be for the rest of their life. And you making them uncomfortable by coming around here with your great positive energy. Hey, how you doing? Hi. You speaking to everybody, telling everybody hello. You telling everybody good morning. Everybody you make eye contact with, you telling them good morning. Hey, how you doing? They don't like that, man.
I'll be telling people this, man. Like, I worked in corporate America for a very long time. And a lot of things that I learned was things that cannot be taught in no college classroom and no high school, nothing, bro. It's a lot of interpersonal dynamics that you deal with in office life, office culture, whatever you want to say, corporate America, however you want to describe it. And mind you, a lot of others, right? They prop up the fact that you're the person who arrives early, right? You're the person who leaves late. You're the person who's always dressed accordingly. You're the person who's always greeting and in a good mood. But it's only for certain types, right? Because if you're of something that doesn't really fit the stereotype that they're looking for, and you're doing those same things, it's not received the same, right? It's not received the same. And the fact that we have to deal with that is just crazy to me, bro, because this is what they tell us to do. They tell you to work hard. They tell you to show up early, leave late. They tell you to dedicate yourself to your craft and study outside of work and make sure that you're focused on your growth and your development. And then when you're actually doing that, now it's a threat. Now you're doing too much. Now it's, oh man, you're showing off. You're trying to, do it. And you know how that go. Hey, salute, brother. Got some good points. Yeah, man. He keeping a buck. We're gonna keep going.
People be miserable on these jobs. They really don't even want you saying nothing to them. They you know what I'm saying? They getting cheated on. Their wives at home cheating on them with the neighbors or with somebody down the street. Their husbands cheating on them with their best friend or somebody that they got failed relationships and they at work mad, bitter, financially insecure, financially behind on bills, and they taking it out on you. And these your managers, these your bitter ass HR, your bosses, they all in the same bed together.
That's facts, man. Everybody be in there miserable, mad because they're stuck in the matrix. You dig? And that's what I mean. Like, it's not normal for these people to be working the way that they're working, and as well underneath the pressure that they're under. So naturally, they're gonna put that onto you. And mind you, you're coming in with light. You're coming in there very, very focused. You're coming in there with not the same reservations that they may have in their life. You didn't make those same bad decisions. So naturally, they're going to try to make your job harder because they can't compete. And that's just a part of it, man. The competition is real in corporate America. And a lot of these jobs, you can see, I think he got on like an Amazon shirt. I can't imagine what it's like at Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
All working. And they only get along with each other because they all miserable. The minute one of them start being happy and no longer becomes miserable, that's when they gonna fall out of the group. Sometimes people only get along with each other because they all miserable together. People be trauma bonding. Sometimes you only got friends because all y'all are losers. All y'all on the same tip. You don't make nobody jealous. Ain't nobody, when anybody got a pack of people around them, constantly surrounding them, like they hella famous or something, you should think something about it. It's either they fake or they not a threat to they not a threat to their ego. Because anybody know when you doing something that's really, really valuable, you really got something going for yourself, people don't like you, bro.
That's a fact. I've dealt with this my entire life. It's something that, it's just a part of what you go through when you have a vision and when you are a dedicated person, when you're productive, right? When you're choosing a better way, when you're not indulging in the same things that everybody else would do. You're not wasting your time. You're choosing yourself and putting yourself first. A lot of people don't like that, man. A lot of people have a problem with that. A lot of people are going to try to deter you from your vision, and they're going to try to deter you from your goals and aspirations. That's just how it goes, man. OMG, salute. I have no relationship, but that's nobody's fault. I have that hi, how are you energy, just like how he was talking about. I would be his type if I knew him. Yeah, and it's just a part of it, man. Like, that's how it goes. Like, you want to bring good energy. That's anybody. Any place I go to, I always try to bring good energy. I'm a positive person. I'm always in a good mood. So naturally, when you go there and you're always bringing that, you're consistent, right? A lot of people don't like that, man. A lot of people don't want you to shine. A lot of people don't like that light. They want to make sure that they make you and your life hard because they don't have that same excitement, and love for life. You feel me?
Too many people don't want to be around you because they can't stand the ground you walk on, because your success is making them hate themselves. Your success is making them question their reality. Your success is making them compare themselves to you. And when people compare themselves to you, they don't like the comparison they get. So they come after you. It's why
no competition. It's always you versus you. Remember that, y'all. It's always you versus you. There is no competition. Don't get caught up in people trying to put their own competitions on you. It's you versus you. Nobody can get in the way of that. Okay? There are going to be people who try to insert themselves, right? And that's within themselves, right? Their own insecurities. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in everybody else's insecurities. It's you versus you. Nobody else, man. Everybody else, they're going to have their paths and their journeys. You just focus on yours. And that's why it's so important. Like, I always try to make these things come together, right? Especially on my channel. It's all about a bigger picture here. And the bigger picture is, if we as a people focus on ourselves, if we make sure that we take account for who we are and what we doing, man, we don't got to worry about nobody else, y'all. It's us versus us. And it's always been that way. Everybody knows this. As soon as foundational Black Americans start to get out of our own way, bro, there is no stopping us. We cannot be stopped, man. We are a true people. We are a deep people. We have a very, very real soul. Our soul is in this country. So naturally, we're going to keep it going. Yeah, man, this is how we get over here. Salute, Ezra. Yeah, OMG, this is how we do it over here. We get deep over here. It ain't just about one topic. We always get deeper. We always going to pull back the layers, right? As we go through these live streams, I'm always peeling back layers so that we can get to the real topic and the deepness, right? Because it's not just about me here. It's about y'all. I'm building not only with myself, but I'm building with you guys, and we're building together, and we're having these type of conversations where we can get deep and we can actually talk about, yo, man, I really feel some type of way about the fact that when it comes to foundational Black Americans, we don't have the infrastructure that's necessary for us to be able to leave these jobs and not have to deal with these haters, man. I want to be able to work with foundational Black Americans. I don't want to have to work with these people. You feel me? That's what this is about, man. It's deeper than just me. It's about us. It's about all of us together as a people, man.
Telling y'all have to find something else y'all gonna do, man. Get up off these jobs, because your bosses, your managers, team lead, whatever, your co-workers, they all made their minds up that they don't want you up there, man. You disturbing their peace. Your peace is disturbing their peace. Yeah, you walking around that motherfucking warehouse whistling all of you, shaking your keys, you holly jolly, you know what I'm saying? You too happy, man.
And that's a problem right now, because they going through it. These people are going through it, man. It's so many people, they families going through it. They worried about ICE. They worried about what's going on with the gas prices. They worried about the groceries. They worried about the SNAP benefits that are about to be turned off if you are unemployed. They worried about a lot of things. Foundational Black Americans, we've been dealing with the worst for so long, it don't even bother us. We right back. We, like you said, we whistling. We going through the motions. We not tripping off of this. And that's making them so upset. They can't stand it, because we supposed to be like them. We're supposed to be downtrodden and so scared about what the future holds for the country. No, we need to be worried about foundational Black American business, and that's it. That's all. Ain't nobody worried about this. Salute, Leslie. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we got to make sure that we locked in, man. We got to make sure that we worried about ourselves, man. Nobody worried about these people. Eye against eye, as they say. Yes, indeed, man. Salute to the legendary rock band. You know what, man, y'all don't want to get me started on Bad Brains. Eye Against Eye is one of the sickest punk records to ever be created, okay, by one of the sickest punk bands to ever grace the earth, the Bad Brains. All right, what you talking about, man? Y'all know nothing about no Bad Brains. Y'all don't want to talk about no rock music. Yeah, but yeah, salute to Aggie. He says, I'm currently going up against these people in New York. Aunt fell for one of these deed thieving house stealers, they're also actively stealing homes in the NYC. Yeah, man, you got to be careful, man. Them small hats, they'll do it to you. And not only that, it's a lot of them other people who will try to do it to you. It's a lot of that loan fraud that's going on right now. And a lot of y'all don't know, I also have my real estate license. So I know the game very well, okay? Out here in California, it's a dirty game. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on here doing no ads for homes I'm selling, but the reason why I have my real estate license is because I also work in property management. So naturally, when you're working in property management, hey, we surveying, we looking at properties, we trying to make some deals. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But salute. All right, Ezra, salute. They can't stand to see us stress-free, smiling in the sun. 100%, man. Foundational Black Americans, we are at peace with what's going on right now because we didn't choose this. Like I said at the very beginning of this stream, we didn't choose this. This is not of our doing. We did what we were supposed to do. We did what y'all said we supposed to do. We supposed to go out here and vote who for our interest. We did that. It didn't work out in a lot of people's favor. We accepted it. We moved on. And now we focused on what we got to do for the future of our generations. Now we focused on what we got to do for foundational Black American youths and what they're going to have to deal with as they coming up. We not worried about nothing else no more because we can be at peace with the decisions that we made. Y'all got to deal with it now. And now y'all trying to put that on us and we not finna play them games. All right. OMG, salute. I have never been to New York and I keep hearing that they steal houses out there. I don't know how that's even possible, but that's how they get away with this stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of litigation, a lot of paperwork, a lot of people who have access to very, very, what would I like to say? Corrupt landowners and property managers. All right. A lot of these people are running scams out there in New York. We just gonna keep it a buck. All right. Salute to Aggie, man. Active in the chat. Real one. Yes, indeed. Each one teach one 100%, man. That's what we do over here. We're big on that. Me and my brother J-Rock started Elite Media based in the sense that we come from a level of experience that we wanted to pass on to others. All right. And we're actually out here in the community. You feel me? Growing up, we was out in them streets. We was out here throwing parties, doing clubs, making music, doing what we do in the Los Angeles playground. Okay. We was doing it at the highest level. And so with all that experience now, as we've grown, we've become business owners. He's a father. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of experience that we bring to the table. And so naturally, that's what this is about. Each one teach one, man. Salute. OMG says, what do you know about the parcel numbers and lot numbers and property records in real estate? I know a lot. Like I told you guys, I have a real estate license. So this is a part of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do this. Owning a house is tied to legal records filed with the county, not just having keys or paying a mortgage. When it comes to the small hats, you have to really stay on their neck and cross your T's. Yeah, the small hats are very clever. Okay, they're very clever and they know how to move correctly because they've been able to create infrastructure so that they can be able to pull off these scams. And that's why foundational Black Americans, all of us who are in those spaces who do understand real estate, need to start linking up and working together, man. We have to. It's very evil, but a lot of access and who you know. Yeah, man, it is. It's who you know. And if we know each other, we go ahead and we debunk that argument because now we're locked in with one another. We don't need to worry about who they know. We can just know one another and work within our community. You feel me?
You too satisfied. You too content, man. You got your mindset. This ain't forever. This is only temporary until I get some. You got stuff going on. See, when people at work know that you building something on the outside of your job, and they not, it makes them want to get rid of you, triggering everybody on that job, bro. That's where everybody in the warehouse hates you. Everybody on the line hates you, bro. Every time you show up to clock in, they hate you. Why? Because all the girls want you. All the girls want to sleep with you and not them. And they've been on that job their whole life and can't get no attention from none of the girls on the job. When you
Listen, man, this is what be going on. You know, like I told you, them office politics is real. And I've dealt a lot with this, like I mentioned, being in corporate America, working for corporate 100 companies. Okay. When I would come into a lot of these spaces, right? A lot of these after work parties and a lot of this, hey, man, we're going out for drinks after work, right? Obviously, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do anything that's going to impair me around my coworkers. So I'm going to hold a certain frame, right? You're going to hold a certain frame if you are locked in and you're not playing those fraternizing games. I'm going to show up because they like to say that that is a part of the team building. But in reality, I understand I can't trust these people. And that's a part of it because I know what they're thinking and I know how they move. You got to be careful out here, man. I forget his name, but the brother out here standing on business for FBA at these reparations hearings, if I can find his name right now, I'll put him in the chat. Yeah, it's a lot of brothers doing that, man. I know Black Alpha did that. I know that Alpha Elite did that. You know what I'm saying? I know that a few other brothers went out there and, you know, went to a lot of those rallies and a lot of those hearings to make sure that they standing on business for us. But as well, we also need to make sure, like we mentioned, building Black inventory. So if you have a skill set, if you do anything, if you're a tradesman, we need to start linking up, right? If you're a businessman, if you have land, if you are willing to, you know, work with people to get people on the land so that you can occupy it and start building it up. We need to start making those plans. We need to start reaching out to people. Like I always talk about, you feel me? Me and my family, we work. We have a food bank right out here in Long Beach, California. So we always are offering services to help people. That's a part of my ministry and what we can do to help. And as well, I already told you guys my history. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman. You know what I mean? I got my real estate license, all that. So we can get it popping.
You come on the job, all the girls want to go home with you. Ladies, why nobody don't like you on that job? Because your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. They milkshake don't bring all the boys to the yard. It probably used to, but not no more. Why? Because you came on there. Everybody on the warehouse, they want to know what your name is. They don't want to know what her name is. All the boys on the warehouse, all the men up there, they want to know where you from. They want to know how long you've been working up there. They want to help you with your work just to talk to you. The team lead who used to get that attention, she don't like that now. She was the only 10 up there in the warehouse. You not no more now. You look way better than her.
Listen, man, it be so petty like this. It sound like high school, don't it? It be so petty like this in these places, bro. They be so petty and so upset about stuff. It's crazy, man. Like, it's wild, man. This is what you deal with at these jobs, though.
Still in that attention. You got to go. So now they pressing you because you come up there, you look at your best, you look better than all the females up there. All the dudes constantly looking at you. They can't even work because you distracting them with your beauty. And the team lead, she can see that. She used to distract them now. Not anymore. She's invisible now because who is this new girl up here now?
Listen, man, this be them high school games, high school type stuff, man. Like you go up there, you feel me? And yeah, it's real. It's high school type stuff. It sounds so petty, but this is what people got to deal with. And that's why it's so important that we start to infiltrate and create our own jobs and our own system. Because when we go up here to these jobs, they be jealous about the most petty, small, unimportant things. You know what I'm saying?
It's you. You taking all the attention. People don't like that when you steal the attention like that, and you don't even want none of them dudes. You just want to go home, get paid, and get a paycheck, and go and clock out and go home.
That part.
You probably got somebody at home waiting on you. You ain't thinking about them dudes up there. She is. So the boss, the team lead, everybody up there, they got a problem with you because they feel like you trying to take something that they've been having their eyes on. Fellas, you can't do it, man. Chosen ones, you can't work regular jobs no more. You can't do what regular people do no more. Go to work, stay at the same job for decades, going to the same clubs, shaking ass at the same bars, drinking the same liquor at the same club, the same bars. Oh, what we doing? We're going downtown to Deep Ellum. Let's hang out and get drunk at Deep Ellum. You don't want to do that. You don't want to hang out at Deep Ellum no more. Sometimes you might just want to hit the right rock and chill and hang out at the lake and be sober. You don't want to be drunk out of your mind all the time.
Man.
They want to do the same stuff, work the same jobs, hang out with the same people, go to the same clubs, the same kickback, the same lounges, do the same stores, eat the same food, go to the same restaurant. You not like that. You different. They don't like you. You can't do what regular people do. You know, date, have relationships, have a lot of friends, connect with a lot of people with nobody hating you. You walk in the room, everybody giving you dap, showing you love. Yeah, you can't do that no more. Because them people ain't special. Ain't nothing about them. They ain't got that glow. Them people really feel sorry for them. So they supporting them because they feel sorry for them. They feel like they ain't going nowhere anyway. So why not support them?
That part. It's a lot of that goes on, man. It's hard to kind of encapsulate it better. You know what I mean? Because this is what happens, man. People love to elevate people who they know are not going to surpass them. This is just human nature. And so naturally, you have people who are in the office who see you as a chosen person, and they like, nah, like this person, we're not going to elevate you because we know where you're going. Everybody else, so yeah, y'all can do that because we know you're going to be here for 20 years working the same job, doing the same thing over and over and over. Straight up.
They won't support you because they know if they actually support you, you might fuck around and really take the fuck off. And they feel like if they stop supporting you, turn the other head, then you won't go nowhere. Your business won't take off. That YouTube channel won't go. So they won't support you because they know you actually gonna go somewhere with it. They don't want you taking off nowhere with their attention. So they gonna support the butthead, the loser that they know she ain't gonna do shit with it anyway. So they'll tell her all the knowledge, all the information that they know because they know that person ain't gonna use it. You, hell no, they gonna make you pay for it. They gonna withhold it, gatekeep all the knowledge from you because they know if you get a hold of the right information, you just might do the right thing with it.
This is something that is so important, right? The gatekeeping, right? How they are able to see that if you do something, you're going to take it far. And this is just facts, man. This is why I try to tell people, man, when it comes to foundational Black Americans, that infrastructure that we have to create is based on the fact that we can't be gatekeeping from ourselves, from each other. We got to gatekeep from everybody else because everybody else is trying to maximize as much as they can off of us. I see all these people getting views off of foundational Black American content, trying to bait us, trying to put us in these debates and all this other stuff. Y'all need to stop partaking in that content, bro, because all that's doing is giving them views and they don't deserve them views. The content isn't even creative enough to be on that level. They not bringing y'all game like this. Y'all need to make sure that you stay away from that level of content because it's not doing anything for our community. The content that needs to get the views is the ones where we talking about building infrastructure and getting out of these places, bro. Not being having to work in these stupid jobs. You know what I'm saying? With these haters, man. You get y'all out of there straight up.
You might do better than them with it. And they've been sitting on this knowledge, sitting on all this information like just gatekeepers. They evil, man. These people pick and choose who they want to get, who they want to show love to. Pick and choose who they want to enlighten, give knowledge and information to. The game ain't meant to be told, it's meant to be told. The game ain't meant to be told, it's meant to be sold. Stay away from people like that, man. These people are losers, man. Anyways, back to the subject, chosen one. Y'all got to find another way to be entrepreneurs, do something. Y'all got to work your way up out of these jobs, man, because these jobs really hate you, man. They know who you are behind closed doors when ain't nobody looking. They know who you is behind the camera. When the camera's off, behind the closed curtains, they know who you are, man, and it's somebody they could never be. They tired of looking at you, man. You disturbing their peace, man. They want their regular life back. They want their attention back. They want the spotlight back. That's why I be telling y'all, let them have it, man. Y'all come around, y'all stealing these people life, they spotlight, man. Stealing the attention now. They want you to go away so they can get their lives back, that attention back, man. But why? I just want a paycheck. I know, man. You drawing too much attention. Y'all gonna have to damn near get a tent, go move in the damn woods, pack it up, man, because these jobs, they don't want you, man.
This is what I'm trying to tell people, man. The understanding of why this conversation that I wanted to have tonight is based on the fact that this is a growing sentiment. He's not the only one making these type of videos, okay? It's a lot of people who have made videos about how they have dealt with corporate America and how being a Black American in corporate America, you have no allies, right? You're dealing with not only the haters on one side, but you're dealing with people who you think are supposed to be melanated and have your back, and they don't. They're actually now competing with you because, like he mentioned, you have a light, you're going somewhere, you have something going for yourself. You're going to do something with the information. You won't be one of the ones who's just going to sit back, right? As soon as you get your opportunity, you're going to run with it. And they know that. So they would rather make it harder on you than the person who they know that is easily controllable, who's not going to be able to make the moves, and who is not going to be able to be actionable on their dreams. And he mentions it, man. You got to start thinking outside the box. Entrepreneurship, all this other stuff, that's great. But like I'm talking about, we have to make sure, as we have an opportunity here, to create infrastructure so that the future generations of Black Americans can be able to eat off of what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to create that right now. We got to start working on it, man. I thought I was losing it, but every channel trying to open up dialogue on our real life is someone living in Africa. Very suspect. Yeah, man, I'll be seeing it all the time, bro. All of these reaction channels that are playing foundational Black American content. And y'all, whoever you guys are, you creators, y'all need to start striking down them videos, man, for stealing content, because that can happen. All right. They send us warnings as YouTube creators about content reuse. And mind you, you can get strikes on your channel for reusing other people's content. And that's why I feel like a lot of these creators who are creating these reaction channels and they're using foundational Black American creators and talking points, using Tariq's videos and all these debates, he need to start striking them down, bro. He need to start striking down these channels. All these creators need to start striking down these channels, bro, because they're click farming you guys' content and getting views, probably more views sometimes than the person who created the video, bro. Making AdSense off that. They need to start cracking down on that, man. Real talk. Like, I have a problem with that, bro, because I see it a lot on YouTube, man. I see it a lot. And I know I'm not the only one. Thank you, Aggie, for pointing that out, because I know I'm not the only one who sees it, bro.
It's crazy because they hire you. Would think they'll hire you because you can get the job done. Comes to find out they don't really want you to get the job done. Ain't that crazy? How they punish you for hitting the rate. They tell you it's a certain rate that you got to get. So you hit the rate. They start giving more shit to you.
Man, I cannot relate to this even more, man. I'll never forget this. There was a project. I was working on multiple projects, right? And I'm banging them out. And all I'm seeing is more projects coming. The expectations get higher now, right? When it's like, hey, hold up. Like, this is the standard. This is what y'all said we're supposed to be doing. Now the goalpost is being moved. This happened so many times to me, man, in my work career and my career life. When I was working in corporate America, man, it was insane, y'all. Like, insane, man. For real. One way to unite is to take back HBCU grants, recruitment, research, and engineering departments. 100%, man. We need to make sure that not only do we take back the HBCUs, we start to now get more of the youth interested in STEM in general, right? Science, technology, and mathematics, right? Engineering as well, right? We need to start making sure that we focus on that. And like I always mention, the trades, man. Trades are a great opportunity for a lot of youths, specifically Black American youths, to be able to make great money and help as well with the infrastructure that's going to be necessary for us to be able to build it on our own. All right. There's many of unions that they have within the trades. But if we had a foundational Black American uniting of the trades, if we all came together with all these brothers who are plumbers, electricians, who are construction workers, who are out here doing cobbler work and metal work, bro, we're able to build a nation within a nation. That's all I'm talking about. Because these regular jobs, man, they're not on that time, man.
Responsibility going hard on you. These people would never give you a break, man. They made their man up. The HR, they all in on it too. The HR hate you too. The HR do not like you. That's why they ignore you. Every time you got a request, you want to request off, hell, call in, PTO, shit. They don't want to work with you, man. These people, they don't want to work with you. They don't want to do business with you, man, because they all too jealous. They so damn jealous, man. They so jealous until they apologize, until they stop being wicked and sabotaging and turn from their wicked ways, they're going to all forever be living paycheck to paycheck. See, I know what's really going on with them. Why they targeting you like that, chosen ones on these jobs? Because they all broke, man. God got these people so broke because of how they act, the way that they treat other people.
This is generational. This is generational. Okay? This is generational. They have ignored the atrocities to our people for so long that now they've tried to gaslight us to make it seem like we should just be cool. No, fam. Get out of here, bro. Hey, appreciate you. I agree. Yeah. Hey, we have to, man. We got to take back not only our institutions, but like I mentioned, insulating our institutions. Salute to Aggie, man. Appreciate you being active in the chat. All right, Shaka Jones, 7250 says, we should unite with our brothers and sisters here and throughout the diaspora to help benefit our Black communities. Okay, Shaka, I would have to say that there is a part that I do agree with, and that is the uniting of our brothers and sisters. But I must disagree in the sense that the fact of the matter is right now, foundational Black Americans, we have to focus on foundational Black American business. I will 100% align myself with people who are on code as people who are part of the diaspora. But right now, the conversation is about foundational Black Americans, and that's where we're going to keep it. So salute to you, Shaka, and I hope you subscribe to the channel because we align as well with everybody in the diaspora. Like I mentioned, one of my best friends is Nigerian. Okay. He's been on this channel. We've had crazy ass, debates. But at the end of the day, right now, this is about foundational Black American business. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it is. They should respect what we are doing and play their role. Everyone has a role. Yes, man. This is about that. This is about respecting, right? Respecting what we're doing. And if you align with that, do not get in the way, okay? Help contribute if you need to. If you feel the compelling energy to contribute, please do. But right now, like we always say, we have no hate for any other groups. All we doing is focusing on us and making sure that we prioritize ourselves, okay? Putting ourselves first does not mean that we're putting anybody else down. I repeat, putting ourselves first does not mean we are putting down anybody else, man. That's just how we do. We got to organize as African people against the oppressive system. Yes, we do. But let's not discredit the fact that foundational Black Americans have already organized for generations against the oppressive system. We've been doing this. We ain't new to this. We true to this. And that's just a fact. Like, we've been doing this. Salute, salute, salute. The big man can't be a 3-point specialist. Clap it up for a great comment. That's facts. We got to focus on being the big man. We will focus on a lot of other things as we get there. I'm an African American taught in the revolutionary tradition of Khalid Muhammad, who is also African American, but we need to know our real enemy. Yes, salute to you, Shaka. Salute to you. Like I mentioned, we don't have no hate over here. I'm a big I'm a big follower of Khalid Muhammad. All right. So naturally, I understand I'm in the knowledge, but we always talk about the focus right now is foundational Black Americans. That's what we on. And you, if you are African American, you with us, bro. Just stay locked in, man. Don't get too caught up in the back and forth stuff, because then that's when people get cooked. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's more Tariq's lane, but that's what we do. We make sure we keep our eyes on the prize over here. Salute to OMG. Says HBCUs created by our ancestors, and we never should let them have gone to the Democrats. That was stupid of us. Yeah, listen, man. We trusted a lot of people to do what they said they were gonna do. So don't feel bad about that, foundational Black Americans. Don't be ashamed of trusting people, because that's just a part of human nature. It's very human to trust people and to be able to say, you know what, I'm trusting you to back up your word. But now is the time for the correction, right? Now is the time to say, okay, we did that in the past. We will not make the same mistakes again, right? We will correct the behavior, and then we will make sure that we make the decisions necessary so that we don't make the same mistakes moving forward, right? There is a definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing and expecting different results. No, we changed it up. Delineation was a change up. We changed it up. We flipped it on its head. So now we are now focused and making sure that we're staying locked in and we're doing what's necessary to not make the same mistakes like we may have in the past, right? Because nothing is perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we're always going to make some mistakes as we go. We're going to make mistakes even as this new movement that we're on right now with delineation. We're going to make some mistakes in the future. But right now, we're doing our best to be preventative of that, right? Because what is it? Preparation prevents poor performance, right? Preparation prevents poor performance. So we are trying to prepare ourselves so that we are doing the necessary work so that we don't mess up in the future. You know what I'm saying? Salute to OMG. The African presidents are going to help Africa first. When the presidents of South Africa came here, right? He did not ask about us. He kissed Trump's ASS and asked him if he wanted an airplane. All right. Salute. Thank you, OMG, for being honest on that. So now, Mr. Shaka, what work do y'all do? Let me show you the work that we do since you're asking, right? Since you're asking, because I think maybe you're new to the channel, and so it's important for us to make sure that we stay on code over here. All right. So let me show you what I do, because I could show you better than I could tell you, Shaka. All right. This is what we do over here on Elite Media. This is what we do.
Back in the field, as you can see right here, we got some of these. I think these are what they call electrolyte waters. So we got plenty of those. We got some lime juice, like all types of different flavors, right? We also got these Nespresso concentrate. These are espressos. So for any of our coffee drinkers, we got that for y'all. We got grapes. These are ocean spray.
All organic for the community, whole foods. Not no processed BS.
Fresh organic cilantro. We got green peppers back here. A bunch of heads of lettuce
for the community.
We also got romaine lettuce too. We got back here onions. There's so much stuff we got, man. We are overflowing. We also got squash, a yellow squash, green squash on that side.
We still going.
We
still going. It's the whole truck full.
We also got chili crisp.
What do I do? What work do I do?
Chilies. Flour for anybody who needs to do that. We also got street noodles, so plenty of noodles for you guys. We got a bunch of potatoes. All these are 10-pound bags each, so we got a bunch of potatoes here. We also got tortilla chips. If y'all into those, the Juanitas. We got those. We also got these. I think these are mushrooms, like the Japanese style mushrooms, organic. We also got chopped mushrooms, like plenty of those, more of that. I'm not sure exactly what these are, but we got these. So yeah, man, we got plenty of stuff for you guys. So tomorrow, New Hope Baptist Church, 1160 East New York Street. We'll be out there feeding the homeless and anybody who's in need. Make sure you pull up and lock in because, you know, we got plenty of stuff for you guys. So please make sure to show up tomorrow. I think it's from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll be out here giving out food bags and all types of essentials if you need them. God bless. Peace. All right, y'all. We back in the field.
Oh, Ezra, right? That's your name. I mean, no, Shaka. This is what I do. We're boots on the ground, family. We're out here doing the work in the community to help make a better community. What Brother Khalid Muhammad was doing. I'm from that cloth, brother. So when we talking about helping the community, when we're talking about doing the work, when we're talking about these topics, that's because I'm on the street for real. I'm not just speaking about this just to talk up here. I know a lot of content creators who y'all used to, they come up here and they just talk and they don't do nothing in the community. I'm not him, bro. I'm out here doing it for real. I'm out here, boots on the ground, helping my people with no returns, fam. I don't expect nothing. All I'm trying to do is raise awareness to help my family, right? Because what this does, this is a system that we're creating through my church that I grew up in. I grew up in my church. We're doing this to build our church so that we can be able to be a guiding light in our community. Because if you didn't know, in the foundational Black American community, the church is a pillar of our community. It is a place that think tanks and big movements were created out of the foundational Black American church. Some of our greatest leaders and some of our greatest freedom fighters were right here in the foundational Black American church. So when I do my work, I'm coming from that spirit, that spiritual connection that I have to the work that my family does in the community is bigger than me. And that's why I get on here to try to make sure that we're staying on code and we're staying with our eyes on the prize of what's really important. It's not just about me getting on here talking. It's about me using my platform to raise awareness for things that actually need to happen in the community for real. So salute to you, Shaka. You might be new to the channel, but I have to make sure that I always bring this back to the real, actual factuals, because we don't play like that over here, bro. Elite Media, we bring receipts. And so when anybody got something to say, you can look on my channel and see the work that I do. Salute. OMG, I'm not holding that against Africans. I'm saying that we don't have any land over there. My land is over here. And I put that on my future where my family is. Salute to you, OMG, 100%. Because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We have blood in this soil. Okay? This is our country. This is what we built as foundational Black Americans. So we need to focus on what we got going on right here. You right about that, OMG. Salute to you. You dig? Everyone got their role like rocks. So know your role and shut your mouth. All right? Know your role and shut your mouth, bro. That's a fact. Salute, Ezra. Yeah, this is what we do, man. This is what we do. Like I mentioned, this Saturday, okay? I think it's Memorial Day weekend, whatever. This Saturday, we will also be giving out food to the homeless. I will be there. So make sure you guys pull up if you guys are local to the Long Beach, Los Angeles area. Okay? This is what we do out here. All right? This is how we moving. Hey, thank you, Shaka. That's what's up. I do this. It's what we do, man. Giving back. Yeah, we got to. There is an obligation to My foundational Black Americans out there, you have an obligation to your community to help. Do whatever you can. Support the people who are trying to help people. Go out there and do what you can, y'all. That's all we ask, man. Ain't nobody better than nobody. I'm just a man. I'm a regular guy. All right. It's just, you know, we come from a family, me, J-Rock, we come from real families who've done real things in a real city. So we have no choice. All right. We was born into this. We didn't have no choice, man. We have to be like this. This was predetermined. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors was like this. What work did the South African president do? I repeat, when Ramaphosa came to DC, he didn't ask about us. He kissed Trump's ass. He sure did, man. Ezra, OMG. Hey, Ezra, you know, Ezra, no, I'm gonna cook your ass over here if you come over here with that BS. You know what I'm saying? You know that. You already know that. Organizing the food distribution is not an easy task at all. It is not. It is a very hard, very taxing. It takes a lot of time, but we have a lot of people who help us out, who contribute to our community, who show up and volunteer their time. We also are open to volunteers. If you want to volunteer, please come by. We always need the help, man. We always need the help. You know what I'm saying? We always need the help. We always need people's, you know, good vibes, man. Just come by and hang out. We be chilling, man. It's just because it's a church don't mean it's stiff. You know what I'm saying? Ezra, yes, historically, this is what we do. Hey, and I love how you said historically, Ezra, because this is going to be my last video of the night. But this one, really, I saw it right before I hopped on stream, and it really just made me feel some type of way. I was really touched by this video, and it's 100% what I talk about when I mean community, when I'm talking about people doing great things in the community. This is, I think, a video from maybe the 80s, man, but this is what I talk about when I talk about we got to work together and we got to be the ones to contribute in our community. So salute. We're going to watch this video. I'm going to let this play all the way through. Hold up.
Hallelujah.
This is some foundational Black American energy right here.
Burdens down.
Meet Clara Sanders, Mama Clara, they call her.
Salute to Mama
What she
Clara.
does every Saturday in her small Oak Cliff kitchen sort of reminds you of your mother's kitchen on Thanksgiving.
I'm going home to live with Jesus.
Since December, Clara has spent her Saturdays preparing meals for close to 100 needy people living in the Dallas area.
I told the Lord if he would supply it, I would be the one that would cook it.
And when Clara's in the kitchen, the aroma is heaven. Stewed beef, egg noodles, peach cobbler. Her pots and pans get quite a workout.
Yes, huge pots and about, a whole bunch.
All at home,
this is a
okay?
business for the Lord, and you got to have what you need to work with.
Clara Sanders is a deeply religious woman. She says it's her calling to provide meals for those who are without. She says she doesn't get much personal things from the people she feeds, but that's okay.
And it's not me that's doing it. It's Christ that lives within me. I'm just the vessel to be used by him. He is the one that's doing the work.
Mama Clara does single-handedly what usually takes about 12 cooks to prepare. But she says that doesn't stop her from using an extra hand every now and then.
And the meal, which began taking shape late Friday, is now loaded up and headed for a downtown street corner, where the hungry are anxiously waiting.
I'll give you dessert. Okay? You need bread and dessert, okay?
Friends from other churches have joined Clara this day to help serve. Hers is a mission of mercy. Mercy for those whose future is uncertain. But one thing they know for sure, every Saturday, Mama Clara will be here with her pots and her pans and a giving heart.
I'm talking about overly loaded.
All right. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that, man? Salute to Mama Clara, man. Salute to Dallas, Texas. You feel me? Salute to Oak Cliff, man. How beautiful is that? Okay. Every Saturday, she will cook herself, man, with no return, man. How beautiful. This is what I'm talking about, man. When we talk about community, we're talking about what you can contribute. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. These are the people who are the ones who created everything, the infrastructure that we have now. So now it's on us to take it and move it even further, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. This man, that shit just made me feel some type of way, because that's what we're supposed to be doing out here, man. Everybody just be out here talking. We don't do that over here on Elite Media. We actually get to work. We get in the community and do what's necessary for us to help one another. How beautiful was that story, man? Food distribution is honorable. Let's get it. Let's get it growing across the country whenever you're ready. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Right now, the big goal was getting that 501c status. We reached that status, so we're able to now make a reach across. So we're gonna definitely have to link up, and if you guys are serious, man, we're gonna make it happen. I'll never forget how good it felt to spend $2,000 food stamps to feed the homeless on an old bed card. Yeah, man, it's different, bro. Everybody gotta do their contributions with whatever resources that they have. You feel me? Even if it's a food stamp card, because guess what? Somebody gonna eat off that. All right. And that's helping somebody else. You're paying it forward. And that's how I feel with the work that I do with my parents. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing what we can as a food bank because we're paying it forward. We're doing this for the future. We're doing this so that this helps somebody else, right? Because God blessed us so much. He gave us so much abundance, man. I grew up never having to want for anything. I grew up with so much blessings, a great family, right? Both parents, okay? I grew up in such a great home, all right? My childhood was amazing. And I was only because of what my parents were doing. They were always giving back. And so naturally, when you give, those blessings come raining down, right? That's what it say. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of what we believe. We believe in that. If I give, there will be some level of return. It may not be in the way that you see it, but spiritually, that return that you give, that you get back is a gift. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Shaka. I'm sorry. I respect y'all community work, but don't respect any xenophobia, colorism, native attitudes, or racisms. We are an African people, bro. I don't know what you're on, dog. We weren't talking about no xenophobia, man. Nobody was even talking about that, bro. Why are you bringing that up? Nobody was even talking about that. We talking about community building. We talking about helping the community. We talking about foundational Black American business. Why are you talking about that? You brought that up, bro. You brought that up. Nobody in here, nobody in my chat was even being xenophobic, talking about colorism, anything, bro. What are you talking about, man? Grow up, dude. Imagine how good it would feel with all that going on directly in the community. Yes, man. Like I said, the payback is spiritual. It is a spiritual gift that I cannot explain other than you going out and doing it. You feel me? Y'all go out and contribute to your community, you can have the same feeling. You know what I'm saying? You can know what that feels like, you know? OMG, yes, don't be xenophobic to my family. We're from the United States. Yeah, nobody's on that. Nobody is on that. Like, what are we talking about? That's right. Oh my God. Yeah, cooking it up, man. This is a beautiful thing, man. A beautiful thing. Salute to OMG says, you see that woman on the screen, that's not an African accent. You got to get over that. I think all rights call for coping. Yeah, man. That's a foundational Black American woman. Salute to her. Okay. Salute to her, because that's our roots. That's where we come from. You know what it is, man. Hey, whatever, you know, foundational Black American, not African, bro. Sorry. 100% salute to Ezra. Yeah, Ezra's always active. Shaka, we don't identify as African American. No need to troll. Just respect our position. Yes, Ezra, 100%. Just respect it, bro. Shaka, if you're gonna be here, you gotta respect foundational Black American business. We do not identify as African American if we are not African. Like I mentioned, I always talk about my brother Derek. My brother Derek is Nigerian, but he was born in Africa. He was born in America. So he is 100% considered African American because he is from Africa. That is where his lineage is from. My lineage is right here. I am an indigenous, foundational Black American. My ancestry was born here. We're from the soil. We have indigenous roots. Okay. So we don't have to go back and forth about that, man. It is what it is. That's cool. I identify as African American. I respect what you call yourself. Thank you. That's it. That's all, Shaka. That's how we move over here. We have a certain distinction. We respect you as an African American. You must respect us as foundational Black Americans. That's it. We don't have no issue with that over here. We just make sure that you got to identify yourself as you. We gonna identify us as us. It's very simple stuff, man. You're being xenophobic because I told you that I'm not from Africa, and neither are anybody that I know. You quit being xenophobic and entitled. This is what white people do to us. Yeah, man, it's gaslighting. And we don't have to deal with that, man. Not over here. Because a lot of people who, like I mentioned, who patronize my channel, who are subscribed to my channel, they've seen my content. We've already proven who we are here. Okay. There are plenty of videos and research that I've dropped on this channel specifically for y'all so that you guys can make sure that you know what's going on when it comes to our lineage. And if you aren't, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you like the video. Make sure you guys hype this one when it hits the algorithm. But when I mention that, we're talking about our indigenous roots and who we are as foundational Black Americans. This is what we mean, bro. We are locked in on ourselves. We know who we are. We don't need nobody to identify us no more. We already have identifiers that we speak to from us being indigenous to these lands, okay? If you want to get deeper, you know what I'm saying? We can. When we talking about who the chosen ones are and who the real Israelites are, we can get into that, but we already know, man. Salute, Shaka. My ancestors were enslaved here and brought from Africa like other African Americans. Hey, man, if that's your lineage, that's your lineage, okay? I did my own research. I have extensive history, not only with my family, but family reunions as well. We have a whole family tree, and my family tree goes right back to indigenous roots right here in America, right on both sides of my family, okay? So, hey, you identify how you identify, we will identify how we identify. It's very simple. But with that being said, man, this was a great stream, man. You guys killed it tonight. Let me give you guys a round of applause because this was a great, you guys did a great job tonight. We definitely touched on some great topics, man, and it was very enlightening. And obviously, we're going to continue to build as we move forward, man. And like I mentioned, we're going to talk more. I'm going to start building more with the video side of things. I got to get back to putting my videos out there. Shaka, why are you obsessed in the chat? Pushing your beliefs on others. Yeah, man, just let it go, bro. Let it go, man. Straight up. Let it go, man. Salute to OMG. I don't have Afro beats. I have James Brown. Everybody knows I am a Brown myself. My name is Brandon Brown. So you already know I come from that Brown lineage. You feel me? Salute to the Brown family. I'm in America. I don't know what the fantasy land claiming the Africans that y'all want us to do. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Mama Jan L, salute, mama. Appreciate you. We are not African or Caribbean or Malaysian. The African American identity was invented 38 years ago. That's right. That's right, man. It's a new term. Y'all can have that. We good. We are foundational Black American. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute Aggie says, please look into brother from NYC standing on FBA reparations. Would be a powerful guest on your show. Yeah, I mean, I'm building, so I'm hoping that, you know, I can be able to reach out to more foundational Black American content creators in this space. And I think it's definitely coming because I'm definitely linked in with a lot of good folks, man. And like I mentioned, one of the bigger channels, you know, Torian Rain, that's my guy. Like he's always in my chat. He's always active. And, you know, I was just on his channel the other day. I think yesterday I was on his channel. I might drop the clip. But yeah, man, salute to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. If you have not already, Oh, we're gonna take that down. That was a little crazy. But yeah, man, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure you guys hype the video because that helps you stay in the algorithm, man. Hey, it is what it is. New identifiers will be going on. I got some videos dropping this week, so you guys make sure to look out for the new videos and make sure that you guys stay locked in over the weekend because I might be going on stream maybe Saturday. I might be on stream Saturday, maybe Sunday. So keep your notifications on. That's right. Turn your notifications on to let you guys know when I go live. All right. But I'm going to let you guys know for sure. I always try to make a post the day that I'm going live just to let you guys know. But if you wouldn't know, you have to be subscribed to know. Okay. So lock in with your boy. I'm Brandon B. I'm part of Elite Media, man. We built this from the ground up, and we're going to continue to build, man. We're going to continue to build. I think, hey, y'all going crazy before I get out of here. She says, we have always called ourselves Black American. He just foundation. He's put foundation on it. Michael Jackson said he was Black American. You can Google it. Yes, yes. Every powerful movement has an inception, i.e. the Panther Party. What is your point, Shaka? Be respectful. Yes, sir. Shaka, be respectful. Everybody, please go find the clip of Michael Jackson saying he's a proud Black American, man. Yeah, be careful, man. Shaka, I hope you find the peace that's necessary for you to go to sleep tonight, man, because I'm going to sleep good because y'all know me. Let's go. Salute to everybody. Make sure you like the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace, man. Thank you.